Hello, welcome back to TNT Gaming, episode 18 of direwolf 20 pack. I've been doing a few bits and bobs. I decided to rip all the barrels out. I think I'm going to put chests in instead, to be honest, for a lot of this. Easier to just go up to one chest with all the with 90% of the ores in than it is to go up to about 5 or 6 different barrels at the moment. So that's where we are at the moment with that. Anyway, so I got the coke furnace and the steel furnace last episode. So this episode I thought we would have them being filled by minecarts. So I have messed about with this as I've never done any Railcraft before, and let me tell you, the hair was going thin, but now I've pulled it all out because this stuff is a nightmare. It is glitchy, it is, I don't know, I could not get the rail cart to go around a corner earlier on. Just kept coming off the track, drove me round the bend. Literally drove me round the bend when the friggin' minecart wouldn't go round the bend. But okay, so I think I got it pretty much sorted, so I kind of took it apart and thought, well, I'd show you how I did it. Whether you do it the same or not, I wouldn't have a clue, but this is how I did it. So we're going to have a minecart coming from here, so we'll have any coal from a quarry coming into here. I had hoped we could have put charcoal in this, but we can't. Won't accept charcoal, so it has to be coal. So the plan is, it takes it out of this chest, and in this chest, so out of that chest, so we want that one for at the top there. So we need an item loader, so that will load the items from the chest into a minecart. So you need to put one of these, a boarding track down. So you pop a boarding track down. Now that is facing the wrong way because it's got the little redstone signal to the left, and we need it to be going that way to the right. So get some track here. So this is the only way I've managed to come up with being able to do this. Let me think here. That needs to go around the corner there, and I have this stuff called is it elevator track I made. Now this is pretty so we want that to go there, that to go there, and the elevator track needs a redstone signal, so we pop that there. Now to get this piece of track down here to join up to your elevator track, you need to put the elevator track on after you've popped this bit down here, so that will go there and then that will jump up. If you put that on and then try and put your piece of track down, it doesn't want to join. Don't ask me why, but it doesn't. That was one thing that kind of drove me mad for a little bit. Right, so we put another piece of track there, another piece there. Also, I found with this elevator track you need at least 2 pieces of track coming off of it, otherwise your cart won't go back down. So like I said, this is very yes, I don't know whether like glitchy is a right word. I think it's just very temperamental stuff. It takes a lot of messing around with to get right. So here we are going to put an item unloader, so that will unload items into this furnace. So on here we put another piece of boarding track. Right, so now what I found, I was putting the detector track to give this a redstone signal here. But what was happening is the cart would go up, but when it come back down it would hit this and it would send a red zone signal, so it would just send it straight back up again. So the cart would just keep going up and down this bit. So the only thing I come up with was these repeaters, which I'm still not quite sure how they work, to be honest, but I think they slow the signal down, so it takes maybe a second or whatever of a second before it lights it up, which does give the cart time enough to get to the elevator track, and obviously the cart won't go back up because the cart will be here when it comes down, so it won't be forced back up. So there we have. Let's pop that. We only want it to take that just in case anything else gets into the thing. I'm only going to have it picking up one at a time. I'd rather see the carts go up and down than not, if you know. If it takes a stack at a time, they won't be really moving at all. So in this one we're going to put coal. I can't remember what that had to be on. Anyway, right, so that is the setup I'm pretty sure I had. So I've tidied it up because I had cobble and bits of mud and all sorts around. So we have no coal in it at the moment. I have coal in there. Filters, I want that to wait just in case it runs out of coal. So let's put a minecart on it and see if it works. So that pushes it off up the elevator, drops a piece of coal in and goes back, and then up. So we have 2 in, so it'll probably keep doing that until that's full, hopefully. So that's how I got that to work anyway. Wow, that only took about 5 minutes then, when that actually in real time trying to get that to work took me about 2 hours. Okay, so down here we want to unload, so we need an item loader to pull the coke out of there, take it up to here. So along there, where did I have to put the thing on this one? I think it was about here. Right, so that's the repeater, I think, whatever it's called. And that's going up the side of there. Right, got the track down there. So let's pop the elevator track in there, and this one, for some reason I have an advanced unloader, not entirely sure why. Ooh. I have that, an advanced one. I don't know whether this is working quite right now, but we can try it. So that's going to accept coal coke, basically. Hopefully when that detector rail goes along there, Was that facing the right way? No. So that's got to point that way. That has to point that way. So yes, let's try and put, that's an advanced one there. Why have I got the advanced one? Maybe I don't need the advanced one. Let's try it. See if it works. Pop that on there. I should pull some cold coke out. Oh, I haven't put the darn repeater in, have I? So it still only gets up. Has it gone up? Yes. So it still has cold coke in it. Don't think that, can't remember why I had that one now, but let's pull it back anyway. Don't understand why he is pointing that direction. Alright, let's try that then. That points that way. Excuse me a minute. Sorry about that. What am I looking for here? Some cold coke. I'll tell that to drop in one piece of cold coke. We'll tell that to pull out one piece of cold coke. Don't know what the buffer bit does, and whether if we put that in the buffer bit it'll take it from the buffer bit. Right, how many's that put in? That hasn't put any in. Oh, it is now. So is it taking it from the buffer? Yes. Okay. So that's how that one works. Five, so that should produce our steel. So down here, plan on putting a chest up there. So down here, I'm thinking the same thing once again. That we need an item loader and the buffer thing. That's pointing the wrong way. So I haven't tried this one at all, so I don't know whether this one will work at all, to be honest. So could end up being, I don't know whether it's going to go this far just from that, or whether we'll need to put something in there. Right. So an item unloader. That's why I needed the advanced one actually. I wonder if I get away with using the advanced one. Because I think all the item unloaders need to be underneath, and the item loaders need to be, but the advanced one will defy gravity, I think. Yeet. Too far. Let's make sure that's still 15. Get that. Oh, did that get on there? 16, yeah, so that one works, right. So I think now, yes, if we put this up there, we're going to have to get down below it, aren't we, to turn it. Right, so that will be that. So we want a chest. Go and we just make a chest. I was making stuff in that rolling machine, couldn't find a rolling machine. I knew I'd made one, couldn't find it anywhere, made another one, and then came to this chest and found a rolling machine. So I have 2 rolling machines now. Yes, my pipe blew up as well. Not good. Mistakes happening everywhere. Now I don't know what I get the chest. That's what I came here for, wasn't it? So the unloaders and loaders and things like that are relatively easy to make, to be honest. You just need one of these dispensers and a detector, and you swap them around depending on whether you want an unloader or a loader. So a dispenser is just a standard vanilla dispenser, and a detector is just wood around a pressure plate. So reasonably cheap, quite easy to make, just extremely difficult to use. Let's get this right anyway. So don't know whether we could fill. What I might try and do actually as well is when we put the boiler in here, I might try and have the boiler being fed by minecarts. Right then, so hopefully this will accept. I don't know whether I need to put anything in that, to be honest, because it's only going to get steel out the bottom of there. The only other thing I haven't got is a cart. We'll make a cart and another chest to go in the cart. There's a chest anyway. Get rid of that. There's a cart. And then we get the cart, pop the chest in the cart, and we have a chest cart. Oh, I'm loving this sword of mine. Enderman keeps spawning in there, and I got 4 ender pills off of the last enderman. Right, so how am I going to be able to get out of here quick enough without... I could just put it down here, couldn't I, rather than getting run over. So hopefully that will come back in a minute and put some steel in there. No, it won't come back. Right, this is what I mean, see? This is the start of everything going badly wrong. Even though it seems like it would be quite a simple thing. So if we put perhaps I'll put I made some of this booster track, but this is finicky stuff as well, I think. So I don't know whether I could put the if I was to put one of those detectors there, will that turn that track on? Not sure how that stuff works. I've never really used much of this, which is why it is quite nice to have finally got round to using it. It stopped the car. So what if I put another one there? Ah, perhaps I'll just give this a redstone signal, but try and use stuff properly, isn't it? Oh, I got it. Yes. Zooming along that one. One piece of steel. One piece of steel. One piece of steel. Do I need to tell that filter to pull out steel? There's no steel in it, that's why. Get down there. Let's just pop a piece of steel, pop that in the buffer. Make sure he is. I'm going to drop it in. 6, 7. Yes. So that's obviously run out of coal. It's got 64 there. So has it got coal in it? If I put a bit of coal in it, will it try and put it? Will it try and put it in the furnace when the furnace has nowhere to take it? Did it just then go get some more coal? See if it keeps trying to fill it up, whether it's clever enough. Whether it's clever enough to know that the furnace can't take any more. All this running about. Right, that's full. So it's just taken another one. And it couldn't. So it is taking it, so where is it putting it? Ah, in the buffer. So I presume when the buffer's full, it won't accept any more. Will this automatically pull it out the buffer? Yes. So it's quite clever stuff. Really clever stuff, actually. Well, if I could get a bit more practice makes perfect, I suppose. So I do like the way they're all whizzing around. Sit here and watch that for hours. Yeah. But the main one this was giving me problems with is it, after coming up this elevator, it would not go round a corner. It just kept shooting off the tracks over here. And that's what was driving me mad. I was putting boosters. If I put a straight piece of track in, it would still come up the elevator. And then it would only go about 3 pieces of track and stop. Put the booster track in, it wouldn't go any further on the booster track. It was just really driving me crazy. That was stopped there now. Look, that's the only problem with this stuff. Bit worried that I wonder if that'll work with just one booster. And yeah, it's a bit worried that if you were to have something that is really reliant like if you wanted to try and put water into a boiler, that if the thing stopped you'd end up with a boiler going dry. That still seems to be working with one booster anyway. I wonder, is that not taking it out because we still have stuff in the buffer? Yeah. Right. Okay, I'm not sure how long that episode's been, whether it's been a long or seems quite short actually, whether it's a bit too short, but that was the point. I can't, until I get quite a lot of steel, I can't make the steam boiler next yet, so that'll be the next thing on the list, to make a big steam boiler, which we'll put in the middle here. I think I will try and have this being fed with a cart from the charcoal. I think from plan on having the wood pumped into one or two of the powered furnaces, and then taken out the powered furnace into the firebox. I don't think this is the most economical way to do it. I think fuel would be really, probably using biofuel would be better, but I've done the biofuel bit. The biofuel is supplying that lot. So I wanted to do something different here, so we will use the Railcraft stuff to give us some Fieldcraft power, and then I'm going to look into putting a mass fabricator in. Now we don't have enough power here for a mass fabricator, so for that one I'm thinking of maybe doing something with geothermal generators in the nether. A chap, Leroy I think, suggested using the Telsa liquid Telsa transport things, but they seem a little bit cheaty, I think, really, even though they're quite expensive. But turtle teleporter, wouldn't mind doing a bit with that. So what I thought we might do is I'll try and come up, bit of pen and paper, come up with an idea of maybe pulling buckets of lava out. Well, saying that, buckets, yeah, it's going to be a bit more interesting to have buckets flying around, I think, than it will be to just pump lava straight out the nether to here. So yeah, I'm thinking ender chests, pump lava into something that puts it into buckets, and the buckets will then go into the ender chest. They'll come over this side, the buckets will get emptied into something and then sent back in the ender chest to the nether, where they'll get refilled and come back again. So yeah, I'll have to do a bit of thinking about that, because obviously if I have to go there quite a lot, don't want to get blown up by a gasp, so we'll have to make a room that's going to be sort of fireproof and a little bit blast proof. So we're going to take one more look at our Railcraft thing, zooming around. Up he goes. And I hope you enjoyed that, and I will, I kind of sorted the lag issue out I did have my settings, video settings, on extreme for the distance, which didn't help. So and now while I'm in down here, I've got it on normal, I think, or short, and yeah, the video, yeah, the frame rate's pretty good. So yes, when I videoed the last one last time, I had it up there, which brought the frame rate down to, yeah, basically not a lot. So hopefully that sorted that out anyway. Right, okay, well, thank you very much for watching episode 18, and I shall see you very soon in episode 19. Goodbye.